Hey, it's Eric with a demonstration of Buzzious. First, I'm going to show you how you can create a brand new website with Buzzious in under 1 minute. Then I'm going to show you how you can take a little more time to create an amazing, beautiful, full-featured, content-rich website that is ready to monetize and start profiting from immediately. All right, so first you'll see your dashboard kind of like this. Click your username and click your sites. All right, let's start the 1 minute countdown starting now. Click Create New Site. Select a site name. I'll just create one called Bitcoin News. The subdomain, we'll just call it Bitcoin. I've been into that stuff lately. Click Create Site. Then click your username again. Click Your Sites. And under Options, select an option and manage the site that we just created. First, we need to create a category. So click Categories. And we'll add a category. We'll call the category Bitcoin News. So we'll add that category. Now technically the website's done already, but I want to add some content. So we'll say add post, add curate post. For the post source, I'm going to select Bloomberg. I'll show you all these other post sources in just a few minutes. Category is going to be Bitcoin News, and then the keyword, I'm just going to say Bitcoin. Let's go ahead and search. I'll select the very first article that comes up, scroll down and click add post. You can see success, post added successfully. Now let's take a look at that site that we just created. I'll click View Site, and you can see this site is already made. It is Bitcoin and Bitcoin News. We've got this article that we've added, and within this article we have all kinds of stuff, commenting and like buttons and all sorts of stuff. And that's in under a minute. Now I'm going to show you how we can make this into a really nice website by taking a little more time, and you're going to be blown away at what this Buzzious platform can do in a very short amount of time. Again, you've seen that it can actually generate a website in under a minute, but if we take a little more time, we can create something that is truly a good-looking website, one that we can make money with. All right, so let's go back and kind of fill in some of those steps that we took pretty quickly. Let me go back to Your Sites, and then on this Bitcoin News website that we just created, I'm going to select an option. I'm going to click Edit, and so we can add an address, a country, and a city. Now that's optional. So I'll put in an address that is not my address, but is a local address here. I think it's a business address or maybe some apartments or something like that. West Horsetooth Avenue, USA. That's Fort Collins, Colorado. Let's try that. Oh, I need a space here between Bitcoin and News. So you can always edit this stuff later on. We'll go ahead and save those changes. And now we're going to kind of run down through these features and add them one by one and show you what we can do with this Buzzious platform. So if you're familiar with WordPress, it's kind of like WordPress, but even more simple. It's just simplified, stripped down with all the stuff that you don't need, and really made easier and even more powerful in a way. So with pages, we can click pages and see if we have any pages yet. You can see by default it gives you some legal type of pages, terms and conditions, disclaimer, and all that kind of stuff. You can add your own pages. You can add an unlimited number of pages. I'm going to go ahead and start with posts because I think that's easier than pages. Then I'm going to come back and show you how to add some pages after that. So if we wanted to add a post, so we could add a post manually, or we could add what's called a curated post or a video post. So 3 different types of posts that we can add. So we can add a manual post, a curated post, or a video post. I'll show you each of those. So adding a post, let's go ahead and give it a title. We'll call it, Bitcoin News for, and we can put in today's date, okay? Now, just to make this video a little more evergreen, I'm not going to put the real date of today in this right now, but this would, if you were, say, like a blogger or an expert on a topic, you could come in here and you could create your post of the day or whatever. You can put in your summary and your description. This is all good stuff for SEO. Keywords, you don't really need to worry about too much. Google doesn't really look at the keyword meta tag these days, but the summary and description, absolutely. You definitely do want to fill that out because that can help with your SEO. Add to slider, I'll show you what that means once we add that. You could add it to your picks, so we'll show you what that means as well. Show only to registered users. We don't want to do that because we want this to be available to the public, but there is a good reason why you might want to only show certain content to registered users, and that is that it can help you build a list of subscribers. All right, and then we'll enter the content here. So here is my overview of the Bitcoin market for today. All right, so here's point number 1, and then I'll go on to point number 2. Now, obviously, I'm not taking the time to write a real article here, but that is something you could do. Again, that's kind of the point of a manual article, or you could go find one. You could go over to Easy Articles or someplace that has articles that you can take and get one there. But this is a good way to add your own unique content that you've written yourself. And then you can select your category. We've only added one category so far. That's Bitcoin news, and that fits. And then an image. It's great to have a main post image. So let's go over, and I'm going to show you guys how to grab an image. We'll go over to Pixabay. Pexels is another one. Now, if you are a member of our Media Cloud Pro platform, that's Media Cloud Pro, I believe it's .co. Yeah, so if you're not a member, head over to MediaCloudPro.co, and you can get access to over 9 million media assets. So if you're not a member, go ahead and join that. Otherwise, you can also find images at a site like Pixabay. So I'm going to go ahead and just search for Bitcoin. And let's just grab, a random one. So I'm going to go ahead and do a right click. I'm going to save this image to my hard drive. Save it to my downloads folder. Go back over to this post. I'm going to go where it says select image. And I can either drag and drop or browse for it. And I'm going to drag and drop that image that we just downloaded. I'm going to select that image, click select image, and there we go. We'll scroll down and click save changes. Now if I go over to posts, click all posts, and you can see this article has been added to the site. Now if I were to go back to our home page and refresh it, you can see that this article along with this image have been added. I also added it to the slider. So this is the slider here on the home page. If I click this right arrow, you can see now this article is featured in the slider. That's what the slider means. Now obviously we're going to want to get rid of this demo page. We don't want it to say Buzzious on here. We're not trying to make the Buzzious name the primary thing on the website here. This is just a placeholder. It's all about whatever you want the site to be about, your name, your brand, your logo, all that stuff. So back on our list of posts, I'm going to go ahead and delete the demo post. Okay, so that was one that we added completely manually. Now let's add another one using the curation option so I can show you some more of the curation options and abilities. So for post source, you can see that we have a whole lot of different sources available. We've got the News API, Bloomberg, BuzzFeed, CNN, ESPN, Fox News, Google News, Medical News Today, TechCrunch. Now this list might change from time to time depending on if these websites change their rules or APIs or things like that. This list may grow. We may take a few off the list, but the point is you're going to have a lot of content options to choose from. Associated Press, the BBC, Reddit, Wired, all kinds of stuff. So again, since I'm dealing with a finance topic here like Bitcoin, Bloomberg is an easy place for me to find some content. And so again, you can select your category that you want to work with. So category is going to categorize those posts that are made. So let's say, in fact, before I create another post, let's go ahead and go back to categories and let's create a new category. So maybe in addition to Bitcoin news, I want to have altcoin news, or maybe I want to do one on Ethereum. Is that how you spell it? I don't know. Ethereum news. And we'll add that to the menu as well. Now let's go back to add post, add curate post, and let's see if Bloomberg has any Ethereum news. I think it's actually supposed to be with an E. Let's see, Ethereum. I think that's right. I can go in and change. I can fix that. I'm going to search, and sure enough, there it is, Ethereum. So I'm going to select this Ethereum article, scroll down, add post. I'm going to go back to my categories and fix that category that I spelled wrong. So right here, Ethereum news, select option, edit. I'm going to change that I to an E. Save that. Now, if I go back to my home page and refresh it, you'll see that here across the top of the page, we have a menu. We've got Bitcoin news and we have Ethereum news here on the menu. We can also add our own custom menu items. We also could have taken these off of the menu if we want to. So back there under categories, under options, you can edit a category and you can choose not to show it on the menu. In this case, I want to show it on the menu. I think we can have a few main categories like Bitcoin news, Ethereum news. We do need to remove that demo category though. So that's something you'll want to do is go over here to demo. You can either edit the demo and just change it to something else, or you could simply delete it. So let me go ahead and delete that demo category. Now if we refresh the home page again, you can see that demo is gone. And we've just got Bitcoin news, Ethereum news. We do have a gallery. We've got our privacy policy, disclaimer, contact, etc. And again, we can customize this menu basically however we want. All right, so I'm going to show you one more type of post that we can add, and that is a video post. You can certainly embed in a video from anywhere that you find a video, but YouTube is an easy place to find videos. So let's go over to youtube.com, if I can spell it correctly. And let's type in Bitcoin. And this just happens to be a recent one that was posted 3 days ago. And I'm going to click, you know what, I'm just going to grab this watch URL, just the URL straight out of the top there. That's all we need. Go back to the page, paste the URL, and click Get Video. All right, and we'll give it a title. We'll just call this Crypto Expert Interview about Bitcoin. And again, for SEO purposes, you may want to create a short summary and description. You can add it to the slider if you want to. And you can add your own additional content. So maybe I want to add my own commentary here. Here is my awesome commentary about this video. There we go. And we'll click Add Video. Oh, sorry, we need to select the category again, Bitcoin News, and Add Video. Now, if we go back to my home page again and refresh it again, this video has been added. All right, so now if I click on Bitcoin News, we'll see that we have a couple of things here. We've got this expert interview, that's a video, and then we have the article that we created manually. Then we have that first article that we did in the 1-minute demo, which was a curated article. All right, and so this YouTube video, if we click on that, you'll see that we have the YouTube video here. You know, the other thing that we could have done there is added an image. So you can add a video image right here. And so if you don't have a video image, you could just use a still image if you wanted to. So again, you know, going back to a place like Pixabay, I could, you know, something like this woman holding a Bitcoin image here might be a good video thumbnail. So I could click that, save the image to my hard drive. And then I'll go back to my admin panel and select an image. We'll drag and drop that image that I just downloaded. And then I will select it, click Select, and then Add Video. Oh, you know what? I need to go back to that post. So this is like a new post page. We already added that one. So we need to go to Posts, and then I need to go to this video, select an option, Edit, and then select that image which we already uploaded. So now I can simply select it and save changes. That makes more sense. We're not adding another one. We're simply saving changes to the existing one. Now if we go back to the home page and refresh it, you can see that that thumbnail has now populated this video post. And if I were to scroll over on the slider, we also have that thumbnail on the slider. And if I click the play button, it's going to bring up this YouTube video. And you can see under the YouTube video, here is my awesome commentary about this video. So you can see already we have not done a whole lot, and it's starting to look like a very content-rich website. And we have these cool features, you know, interactive features, which Google actually loves that stuff. The more interactive your website, the more that you can get people interacting with your content, the better it's going to rank. All right, again, we're going to come back and do pages in just a little bit because I'm going to show you some powerful things that you can do by adding pages to your site. Next, let's take a look at gallery. And let's say albums. And we will create an album. We'll call this Bitcoin Pictures, which is kind of a funny thing since Bitcoin is something that's virtual. You know, it's not like a physical, you know, thing. But anyways. And then we can add some images to that album. So we'll select Bitcoin Pictures, and then, oh, you know what? I guess we need to add a category to that album. Oops, sorry. Categories, there we go. So album, Bitcoin Pictures, and then category name, we'll just call this, Silly Bitcoin Graphics. Because that's kind of what they are, you know, silly graphics to help us conceptualize what a Bitcoin looks like. And then we'll go to images, select the album, select the category, and then we'll give this a title. We'll call it, you know, let's call it Graphic 1. And we need to find an image. By the way, it says you can select multiple images. So we've already got one at least. We've got a couple of them, I guess, that we could use. But, you know, here's one. Let's go ahead and do save image as. We'll save that. And now let's grab another one. Yeah, that one's pretty silly too. Let's save image as. Okay. And now let's go back here and select an image. And I'm going to select both of those images that I just downloaded. There they are. And we'll click Add Image. Image successfully added. Now if we go back to the home page and then we click on Gallery, we're going to see our Bitcoin Pictures gallery, and then we've got our silly Bitcoin graphics. This is the gallery, and once again, it's just another way to help you get more traffic to your site. Because a huge percentage of search traffic these days actually is for images. And much of that is buyer traffic. I mean, I find myself these days when I'm going to shop for something, I will actually search for images of the item, often instead of searching for web results. All right, and by the way, you can add unlimited pages, unlimited posts, unlimited galleries, all right? So you can repeat this process as much as you want. You can have comments on your site. You can contact your subscribers, okay? So this is another major feature of this site, is that you can build subscriber lists through it. And there are actually two ways that you can build a subscriber list through your site. You can actually have subscribers that sign up essentially as subscribers directly on this website using the built-in database that comes with your membership to Buzzious, or you could actually embed your own squeeze pages or opt-in forms into your site. And I'll show you a few ways that you can do that in just a moment. In fact, let's do that next. Here on ad spaces, that's one thing that you actually could do with your ad space, is you could put an opt-in form in an ad space. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Let's start by putting an ad in an ad space. So first you can select an ad space. You can see here you've got all these different ad spaces on your website, and you can put different ads in each of them. These are all different places on your website where you can put ads. Now the sidebar is a nice place to put it because the sidebar appears basically throughout your entire site. So if you want to just have one ad that kind of shows up on the sidebar of your entire site, this would kind of be the place to put it. All right, so I happen to have a Bitcoin related product. It's called the Bitcoin Blowout Reseller Package. If you're an affiliate, you could promote this on JVZoo. So this is my affiliate page, rareplr.com/Bitcoin/affiliates.html. And I actually happen to have some banners that would fit with this. And so, hey, what do you know? Where do you think I got these images? Yep, Pixabay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and we download this one. So let's go ahead and copy image address, or I could hot link to it. A couple ways we could do that. So we could either hot link to it or download it. But if I copy the image address and then go right to it, and I could save that image, or I could hot link to it, either way. But save this image and then go back to this admin panel and select the image. And again, you're going to select that image that we just downloaded. And then for the ad URL, that's where you want to put your affiliate link. So in this case, again, for this product, you could get your affiliate link here. And you can do this in any niche. Obviously, this is just one single niche, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. You can do this anything from pets to parenting to making money to celebrity. I mean, anything. Anything that would be suitable for like a news or an information site. And then paste in my affiliate link right there and click Save Changes. Now, if I go back to my homepage, I'm going to see that banner appears in the sidebar. And when I hover over this banner, that's my affiliate link. If I click on this, it goes through my affiliate. Now, I wouldn't want to use my own affiliate link for my own site. I could have just put in the plain link to my site. So rather than an affiliate link, you could just use maybe a link to your sales page, your product, whatever it is, if you have your own product. But if you're promoting things as an affiliate, then you'd want to go ahead and put your affiliate link in there so you can link to it as an affiliate. Let's go ahead and just do one more just to make sure you've got the concept. Let's go to, let's say, category bottom. Okay, so what does that mean? So if we click on one of these categories like Bitcoin News, it takes us to a category page where we've got these listings or the list of the articles. Now the bottom would put that banner down here. And so that banner size could be 728 by 90. I happen to have some of those as well. This time, let's try to hot link. I'm just going to do a right click, copy image address, and then where it says add code, I'm going to do, I'm just going to do straight up HTML. So if you don't know HTML, you could just do the other method that I just showed you a minute ago, or you could just copy this. You could just do exactly what I'm doing. All right, so then my link address would be https:// then it'd be like, let's see. There it is, rareplr.com/Bitcoin. That's the sales page address. Oops. Okay, so there's my ad code. So maybe you're working with an ad network, maybe you're using, Commission Junction or Share a Sale or something like that, where you can just log in and grab your ad code. That works. You can grab your ad code and paste it right here, and that's all you have to do. You don't have to necessarily upload an image, but you can. You can do it either way. So we'll go ahead and save those changes. Now, if I go back to that category page and refresh it, we should, yes, this is so great when everything works the way it's supposed to, So we've got the banner down here, and if I hover over it, that is a link to my sales page. All right, and so again, you've got all sorts of options, many different options that you can do here. Another thing that we could do is add an opt-in form, right? So let's say on the index, on the bottom, down here in this 468 by 60 banner spot, I think it's pretty small, but it's just about big enough to put an opt-in form. All right, I'm not going to take the time to create a brand new list, an opt-in form just for this demo, but say you have a list, you've got an opt-in form. I'm going to go ahead and click to publish that opt-in form and grab my code for it. So here's the JavaScript snippet. I could go ahead and grab that and put it in the add code spot and click Save Changes. All right, so this is index bottom. So now if I go back to the home page, scroll down to the bottom, let's see, I may need to refresh it. Let's see, that's not sure. I'm thinking maybe that spot was too small. Let's go ahead and delete that. Let's put it in this 728 by 90 banner slot. Okay, and go ahead and save those changes. Now I could go back to into Aweber and adjust the size of this form and all that stuff, but I'm just gonna, again, this is kind of the quick and dirty demo, and really this is a bit of a hack. This isn't even something that the developers of Buzzious had even thought of when we were first developing it, but obviously I'm big into list building, so I'm gonna add opt-in forms wherever I can. So here's that opt-in form right here. I simply added it to this, this bottom add slot right here where it says add code. And now I've got this opt-in form right here. And it's a fully functional Aweber opt-in form that appears here at the bottom of my index. And so you can do that in any place where your opt-in form will fit, obviously, as we just showed in the demo. I should have mentioned also, if you scroll down just a little bit on any of these ad pages, you can insert your Google AdSense code and automatically add Google AdSense to any page on this site. So multiple monetization options for you there. All right, now we're going to go down to settings. We're going to click on general settings. Now we could have actually done this first. I don't know why I'm just being kind of linear and going down in the order that we have it here in the menu. Maybe we should have put settings up near the top, or maybe we will. Maybe we'll move it up there by the time you watch this. I don't know. You've got a lot of general settings that you can toggle here. The registration system, approve post before publishing, comment system, comment approval system, the slider. All these things are just basically options for you. You have the footer about section. This is just simply a place where you can put your own custom information. So about. So I'm going to say, you know, we are the premier source of daily Bitcoin news. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. And then your copyright, you can change that to your own name. So instead of Buzzious, you can put in, you know, your name here. So go ahead and save those changes. Now, if we go back to the home page and refresh it, we can see here, we are the premier source of daily Bitcoin news. And down here, we've got your name as the copyright. Going back to the settings page, you have visual settings, which allows you to select the color. So we can kind of change the color scheme. So maybe since Bitcoin is kind of more money related, maybe we want to go green. So we can save the green theme instead of blue. We refresh this page. Now you can see these things. Instead of blue highlights, we've got green highlights, and we'll see several places throughout the website. Hover, all that kind of stuff is now green instead of blue. Next, we have a place where we can put logos. All right, I didn't happen to create a logo for this demo, but you know what? Let's just go ahead and make one right now. Anyway, so if you've got Media Cloud Pro, that's a great place to do it. Another place you could go to is photop.com. And let's grab a stock image for our logo. Let's just grab one of these simple ones. Maybe, yeah, this one here. I like it's kind of flat, not shiny. And we'll go ahead. Actually, we already saved that image. So, instead of, I'm going to go ahead and just copy it to my clipboard. Then I'm going to paste it into Photop. Looks like the size of the logo needs to be 180 by 50. So we'll go File, New. Now look at this. You guys are getting, bonus demos within this demo. 180 by 50. 72 DPI. I'm going to go with a transparent background. Click Create. And now I'm going to do a Control V to paste. This layer is locked. Let's just go edit, paste. There we go. And then I'm going to go to Edit, Transform, Scale. All right, so I need to scale down this big old Bitcoin image that I just copied from Pixabay. There we go. Almost got it down. I'm going to hit Enter to lock that in. Okay, then I'm going to grab my text tool, put my text tool over here, and type in Bitcoin news. And we can select a different font. Select the Move tool. And I'm going to grab that first layer, nudge it over a little bit, grab that second layer, nudge it over a little bit. And I'm going to go to File, and I can save a PSD. That's going to save a source file, so I can come back and tweak this later. So it's always good to save a PSD first. And then go to Export As, and we want to save it as a PNG. That's going to keep that transparent background, which is nice to use. So let's go ahead and save that. Okay, and then I'm going to go over to my admin, and here where it says change logo, I'm going to select that image that I just downloaded from Photopea. And then the mobile logo is the same size, so I'm going to go ahead and select that same one. And then for the fave icon, that's a 16 by 16 little icon that shows up in the browser tab. So we'll go back over to Photopea, and for that, let's just go ahead and use that that same little Bitcoin graphic by itself as our icon. So I'm just cropping this. And then I'm going to, let's see, nudge that over just a little, make sure it's centered. And then I'm going to resize it. I'm going to go to Image, Image Size, and I'm going to say 16 by 16 pixels. And then I'm going to save that. I'm going to go Export as PNG. Save it. Back to our admin panel, change the fave icon. Select that file and save changes. Hopefully this works. Now we're going to go back to the home page and refresh it. And you can see we have this custom logo, Bitcoin News, that you can see. I mean, I took, what, a minute to make that logo? And then we have a custom icon up here in the browser tab. All right, going back to our settings. In addition to visual settings, we also have contact settings. I think this might actually be the place where it shows up on the map. So let's go ahead and do this. 1500 West Horsetooth Avenue, Fort Collins, Colorado 80526. And then for my email, we'll say Eric at, whatever it is, Buzzious.com, phone number, local area code. Here's my phone number. And then, get in touch with us. Now, this is another place where you could very easily be building leads for your business. You could actually use this to generate leads for offline businesses, for that matter. There's so much opportunity here. Go ahead and save those changes. Now, if we go back to our homepage, we're going to click on the contact page this time, and you can see where it says "Get in touch with us," and it's got a contact form. This will send that information to you. And here we've got the phone number, the email address, and the address. And again, this information is optional, so you don't have to put this stuff on here. You don't have to have a contact page. But if you do, again, it's a way that you can generate leads for your business. And you can see here the map does show up as well. Back to here, we've got social media settings. And so Facebook, we've got fb.com, and then you can basically put your username there. So whatever that happens to be. Same thing for Twitter. I'll just put in my Eric's Tips handle, because I've got Facebook and Twitter for those. So we'll go ahead and save changes on that. And again, you have additional social media settings that you could fill in there. Go back to our website, refresh that. And now down here, if we scroll down to social media and hover over it, this would take me to my Facebook page. This would take me to my Twitter. This is an RSS feed. All right, back to settings. We also have the option to use a Facebook comments plugin. It's very easy. Just follow these instructions right here. The HTML head code. This is an interesting one. This basically allows you to put any code that you want into this website. And so if you want to put your own Google Analytics code, if you want to put your own Facebook pixel on here, anything like that, you can put it in here, and it's going to insert it into the header of the code of this website. Now, maybe I shouldn't be saying this because this is, maybe it's an insider secret, but you can basically use this to hack these websites as well to kind of make it look however you want it to look. So if you do happen to be good with code, this is a place where you could get a little crazy. You could inject anything in here. Now, obviously, we wouldn't allow you to inject anything nefarious. So we wouldn't allow you to host any sort of, adware, spamware, any scams or anything like that. If anyone does anything like that on our network, they're going to get banned and we're going to take them down. So you don't have to worry about that happening. Anything like that's going to get immediately banned. So don't even try anything like that. But if you are good with coding, let me just show you like an example of something you could do. So you could create an HTML table, very simple, right? Table width, we're going to make it 100%. And then we're going to make a table row and then a table division. And then we'll make the background color of that table division, we'll just make it yellow to make it very obvious. Now, those of you that know HTML know that if I leave this as is, that's basically leaving those tags open, which is going to make everything after those tags basically a part of that table. So if I come back here to my home page and refresh it, this is going to look really bad. But now look, this whole thing, the background, everything is bright yellow, right? That's because I essentially hacked this to put this whole thing into a table and set my own background color. So this is, and again, that's not something you're going to want to do exactly like that, but that's an example of what you can do to customize this site. In other words, we've allowed you a tremendous amount of freedom here by allowing you to put any sort of code you want to put into this website. I could go back over to Pixabay and select this image. I could copy this image address, and I could make the background. Let's see. Here's another one. I could say like something like this: body background equals, and I could put that image there. Okay. So again, those of you that know coding, you know what this is going to do. It's going to look horrible. But look at that. I inserted that image into the background. And so again, it's just a simple, that's just simply an illustration of the fact that you can basically do anything you want with this. Really, the primary purpose and the thing that most of you are going to use it for would be putting some sort of a pixel or tracking code. So go ahead and just save that. I'm not going to put anything there for now. And then the cookies warning, if you want to have a cookies warning, you can. If you want to be all, compliant with some certain rules or something. Okay, so those are the settings. Custom domain. Okay, then we get into the elite stuff. You know what? Before we get into the elite stuff, let me show you pages. I promised to show you pages. We're not even into the elite stuff, and I haven't even shown you one of the most powerful things that you can do just with the basic membership, which is to add your own custom pages. Now, being able to add your own custom pages means that you can essentially add any kind of content you want to add. You could add a squeeze page. You could add a sales page. Okay, so let's add a squeeze page. All right, let's call it free Bitcoin guide. Okay, you can fill out this SEO stuff if you want to, and then we're going to enter some information and then an opt-in form. Okay, so get my free Bitcoin guide. It includes, let's see, let's add some bullets or a numbered list. Everything you need to know, and then some, and then some more. Just enter your name and email below. There we go. All right, and then I can put my opt-in form code there. Click these two little arrow thingies right here, which means code. Okay, so this is going to allow me to enter my opt-in code that I showed you earlier from Aweber. I'm going to grab that code, do a Control-C to copy it, Control-V to paste it, and click Save. And the other thing we could do would be to add an image. Let's see. Let's make this bold. You know, we also looking at this code, we could make this, you know, we could do all kinds of stuff. It's unlimited. We could totally style it. We could do colors, all kinds of stuff. Okay, save that. Maybe we want to put an e-cover image. Let's just use one of these just as a little placeholder. Copy image address. Okay, add page. Okay, page successfully added. Now if I click on pages, we can see here's my page, free Bitcoin guide. You can go back to my home page and refresh it. And you can see I've got my free Bitcoin guide here because I decided to include it in the menu by default. So if I click on that page, here's my squeeze page, get my free Bitcoin guide. This could be whatever image I want it to be. And here's my opt-in form right here. So you can see just with this example, I mean, that literally took me less than a minute to make that page. You could take a few more minutes and make something nicer looking. And the point is you could actually add any type of content that you want to add. Suppose you want to add an affiliate review. Okay, that might be, you could do a page or you could do a post. Let's do a post. So add post, and let's hop over to, let's say Amazon, and find a product that we could promote. All right, so this particular niche maybe isn't the best one as far as Bitcoin, you know, goes, but this is kind of neat. So here's a product, right? So we could grab some information about this product. We'll grab that title. Now we could change up that title and make it different to make it a little more, perhaps more compelling, or something that's going to be different and unique, which is going to get more traffic because it's not going to be duplicating what's already on Amazon. And then we can, you know, we could write up our own review about it. You know, like this review is already written for me. Now, the downside of this, you don't necessarily want to do that. If you're an affiliate of Amazon, you don't want to necessarily be scraping reviews like this, but this is a quick way to do it for our demo. For the image, now the image you definitely could scrape. Let's go ahead and do a right click. These can be tricky. Let's see, save image as. Okay, save that. We'll go back to our post, select image, and I'm going to drag and drop that image that we just grabbed off of Amazon. Then we go ahead and click select image. So we now have an image for that post. We also might want to add that image into the post itself. The other thing we could do is use Google's affiliate or associate tools to create a widget, and simply put that widget in here as well. In fact, that's probably what we would want to do. So at the end of it, you know, we'd want to put some sort of a widget or an affiliate link. In fact, why don't I just go ahead and show you how to do that here in an Amazon Associates account. If you have one, you would go to product linking. You could do either product links, or you could do link to any page. Let's do product links, and let's grab the product sort of ID number off of this. Let's grab that out of the URL. We'll go over here. We'll enter it. We'll click go. And we'll click here where it says get link. And then we can sort of build our own widget here. But let's just say we want to grab that one as is. We'll go ahead and select that code. going to do a Control C to copy it. I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to select this little code button again. I'm going to start a new line. I'm going to paste it. I'm going to click Save. And then I'm going to click Add Post. But first I need to select a category. We'll do Bitcoin News, and then we will add the post. Now if I go back to the website and say I click on this Bitcoin News category, you'll see that along with my other articles that we've added so far, we now have this affiliate review article. So, people are looking at news, and they're also going to see this article for the Bitcoin commemorative coin, 24K gold plated, blah, 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 on Amazon. And if they come here and check it out and click this Amazon link, then I'm going to earn commissions when somebody buys it. Ultimately, if you're doing affiliate reviews, what you want to do is, write your own review. You want to create your own unique, original content and make it a good one. Really, go the extra mile, because probably nobody else on the entire internet has done a good job of creating a review page for this particular Amazon product, right? I mean, you've got millions and millions of Amazon products out there. So whatever niche you're in, you can find something that fits your niche, and you can create reviews that nobody else has created before, and you can get traffic to them. So that's a little of what you can do with these custom pages, right? You can add squeeze pages. You can add sales pages. With posts, you can add affiliate review posts. One last thing I need to show you before we jump into the elite features is the site menu options. Again, maybe I should have done this first. I don't know. Maybe I'm not going in the best order here. But say, again, going back to our homepage here, suppose we don't want to have this privacy policy and this disclaimer up here in our primary navigation menu. I could come down here. You can see here we've got the contact, privacy policy, disclaimer page. These other ones I do want, right? I want the gallery. I want my Bitcoin news category. I want my Ethereum news category. And I want my squeeze page, right? That's the free Bitcoin guide. I want my squeeze page up there, but I don't necessarily want these up there in the primary navigation menu. In the case of these, I probably want to put them in the footer. So I can go over to Pages, click Pages. Let's click Disclaimer, Edit. I think I would put that in the footer. And then same thing with the privacy policy. I think I would put that into the footer as well. Now we could hide it altogether, but I think it makes sense. Let's see. Yeah, footer. Save that. So now if we go back to our home page and refresh it, our menu looks a little cleaner, right? We've got just the main stuff here. And then if we scroll down, we have our terms and conditions, our privacy policy, and our disclaimer down here in the footer. In my opinion, where they belong. Now, we can also add our own custom links to this menu. So let's say we go back to Site Menu, and I'm going to add a menu link, and I'm going to call this, let's just say I'm going to link to my internet marketing site, Eric's Tips, right? I can put in Eric's Tips, and I can put in, and order, so I don't want it to be number 1. I might want to be the last one. So let's just say order 7. And then add menu link. Okay, now if I go back to my home page, click refresh, we've got our categories, where we got the Bitcoin guy, that's my squeeze page. I put that first because I want people going there and opting in to build my list. Then we've got our Bitcoin news, our Ethereum news, we've got the gallery, the contact page. It just depends on if I want to have a contact page or not. If I'm trying to build leads through it, if I have a local business, absolutely. If I don't have a local business, I might want to remove that contact page. Although keeping it there also can sometimes add a touch of what some people would perceive to be legitimacy to your website, more trustworthiness, I would say. And then if I click on Eric's Tips, this is going to actually take me to my Eric's Tips website. So you can use that for any sort of custom link you want. If you got your own website, if you got your own sales page, you could put an affiliate link up there if you wanted to. But obviously this is where you would want to put your most important links. All right, so that is the site menu. Now let's look at some of the elite features. All right, if you selected the elite upgrade for Buzzious, you are in for an amazing treat because you can basically do this stuff on autopilot and keep growing your site on autopilot. All right, auto curating articles and videos are a couple of the most exciting features. In fact, before we get to that, let's just take a quick look at custom domain. Now, this was a feature that I insisted that the developers include because if I'm going to use this for my own content sites, I want to have them on my own domain, right? I'm willing to go register a domain for $10 or whatever and have this thing be on my own domain. Again, you get custom subdomains with your membership, but if you want to put a website on your own domain so you can really kind of have, build equity in it, then I would recommend doing that. This allows you to put in your own custom domain. And so if you selected the elite upgrade, by all means, get yourself a domain and put your own custom domain in there. Now, on to these amazing features, the auto curate articles and auto curate videos. We're going to go to add article automation. Now, just like we did when we were adding one curated article at a time, we'll select a source. Again, let's just say it's Bloomberg. Okay, and so title, let's just say Bitcoin news, of the day. Keywords. All right, so we'll say Bitcoin. And frequency type, you can go hourly, weekly, monthly, and then the number of posts. So say we want to do, 1 post per hour, or maybe we want to do 3 posts per week, or maybe we want to just have it hit up this particular keyword, once a month and do 7 posts, whatever we want to do. Let's say hourly, 1 post per hour. So we're just going to consistently and slowly grow this site. Then you can select your start and finish dates. Now, if you want it to go on for years and years and years, that's fine. Just select something that's years in the future. And then you get your category that you've already created, and then click add. And it's successfully added. What we've just done is something incredibly powerful. All right, if we go now over to auto curate articles and click article automations, you'll see that we have one article automation added. What this is going to do is it's going to go over to Bloomberg every hour and select one post from the keyword Bitcoin, and it's going to automatically add it to my website and keep growing my website on autopilot. And you can add as many of these automations as you want. So I can come back over to add article automation. Now this time, instead of Bloomberg, maybe I want to go over to TechCrunch. And this time I'm going to do Ether News. Okay, and so my keyword is going to be Ethereum. And for this one, maybe not as often. Maybe I just want to do 2 posts a week. But I want that to keep going for years and years and years. And for my category, that's going to be Ethereum News. And I can add that. That's it. Guys, rinse and repeat. You can add these over and over and over again. And I realize we're like way far into this demo video. Maybe I should have shown this first thing first because it's like the most powerful feature. But this is what is going to allow you to grow this website on autopilot. Now, again, that alone wasn't enough for me. I wanted to be able to make sure that you could customize these websites, make them your own, right? That was paramount to me when we were developing this platform. It's all about your own branding, your own name, your own logo, your own URL. You can add your own content. You can build your own list. You can add your own squeeze pages, all of that stuff. And then within that framework, now you can grow it on autopilot. Same thing with videos. We can add a video automation and say, we'll say Bitcoin video of the day, keyword Bitcoin, and we'll just say weekly. We want to add, no, we'll do hourly. I think we need to add daily to this. I'll talk to the developers and see if we can add daily, but for now, you can certainly go hourly. And again, we can set that up to go for years and years and years. And so this, instead of fetching news articles, is going to fetch videos and post them on your site. So again, we're talking about content rich. So those same types of content that we looked at when we were fetching the auto curate articles, stuff like this, stuff like Elon Musk, this guy here, crypto miners competing with gamers for NVIDIA. The same kind of rich valuable content, the stuff that people are searching for, is the same kind of stuff that is going to be added to your website on autopilot over and over again. Now, if you're worried about what that's going to look like, there is a setting to where you can basically moderate the content before it's posted. So again, going back to settings, I believe it's under general settings. You can enable approved posts before publishing. Otherwise, if you want it to just go straight to the web, you don't review it, it just goes straight up, you can disable that. And if you save that with that disabled, this is just going to grow on autopilot for years and years and years. I set up a demo site recently and went back and checked, and sure enough, like a week later, it had over 200 posts. And all of them were relevant. As long as you have a topic that has a keyword that is going to be found within those media sites that we've listed, it's going to find relevant content. So there you go, guys. In less than 1 minute, you can create a brand new website on any topic with our Buzzious platform. And with just a little more time, let's just say less than an hour, because I've done this entire demonstration in less than an hour, you can have a full-featured, beautiful, content-rich website that is actually not just ready to monetize, but in fact monetized. You can go out there and grab some affiliate links. Anyone can jump over to ClickBank or JVZoo or Commission Junction or somewhere and grab some affiliate links. Put them on here. I've shown you the ad slots, all sorts of different places to put ads on this website, all sorts of ways you can post custom content, all sorts of places you can post your own opt-in forms. You can even post your own squeeze pages. You can also build a subscriber list directly through our platform. So if you don't have Aweber, in fact, you can still build a subscriber list and then contact those subscribers through our platform. So there are so many ways to monetize this. And again, very, very easy to do, very quick. We're talking about a matter of minutes, and to build a full-featured, content-rich website, less than an hour. That's phenomenal. And you can do it over and over and over again. You can have your own portfolio, your own empire of content websites pulling in traffic and leads and income for you. All right, I hope you've enjoyed this demo of Buzzious. I know I certainly enjoyed making it. So go out there, create some sites. We look forward to seeing what you do with this amazing platform.